Now, place your hands by your hips, lift your hips up, and move your hips forward towards your heels. Now, squeeze your butt and curl your tailbone under and sit down behind your sits bones and grab hold of the front of your shins if you can. You can also hold on behind your knees and make this shape through the exercise. I'm gonna do the ideal, which is to hold on to the shins. I press my feet together and I lift my feet off of the floor. I lift my elbows a little bit so there's a little bit of air underneath my armpits, but my shoulders are pulled down, and I'm gonna round my spine from my head all the way to my tail for rolling like a ball. Now I take a deep breath in and I pull my abdominals in more to pull me down to the mat. I lift my hips, and then I rock up and I find my balance point again. So inhale as I rock back, exhale as I rock up. Again, inhale, rolling back to my shoulder blades, not my neck, and exhale, I rock up. Again. So when you roll back, you want to find a moment of suspension and then lift. So it's almost like you're catching the air as you rock back and then up. Let's do this 3 more times. Lovely massage for the spine. And last time. Good. Okay, so now let's place the feet down. Hands by your hips, lift your hips, move your hips back. Now open the legs as wide as your mat. Flex your feet strongly and sit as tall as you can. One way to help you sit tall is to pull the flesh out from underneath your tush. I like to call this moving the pancakes out. So you're gonna move the pancakes out so you can get right on top of your sits bones. If your hamstrings are tight, it may be hard for you to sit right on top of your hips with your shoulders over your hips, right? If your hamstrings are tight or if your hip flexors are weak, it may be hard for you to sit like this. You might be back here a little bit and you need to be right on top of those sits bones. So you might have to bend your knees a little bit, flex your feet, and sit as tall as you can. Sometimes it helps to sit on top of a yoga block or a yoga cushion or even a telephone book. So, spine stretch forward. I'm gonna reach my arms forward like so, and I'm gonna straighten my legs in the ideal position. My arms are shoulder height, shoulder width. I pull my shoulders down as if I'm pressing down on a tabletop, and I'm using that downward pressure to lift my spine. I pull my navel in and up to help me lift my spine. So the crown of my head is lifting up to the sky. Back of the neck is long. I take a deep breath in. And as I exhale, I nod my chin to my chest. That's first. And then I start to peel my spine away from the wall behind me as I round my spine forward. I pull my abdominals back. Kind of like that position at the end of the roll-up. Now I inhale as I sit nice and tall. I stack my spine. My head is the last thing to lift. I take a deep breath in. And exhale, I nod my chin to the chest. I round my spine forward. I pull my abdominals and rib cage back. And I relax my shoulders. Keep reaching through my fingertips as well as the soles of my feet. And I stack my spine as I take a deep breath into the body, filling myself up with air, with energy. And exhale. And inhale as I sit nice and tall. And exhale, I nod my chin to my chest, I round my spine forward, I pull my belly way back. And now I sit nice and tall, right on top of my sits bones. Good, now from here we're gonna add something else to this. So I'm gonna lift my arms up to the ceiling, as if I'm reaching with all of my might to the very ceiling with my fingertips. I'm gonna open up my chest, circle my arms back and down, just until my fingertips are touching the mat behind me. I'm gonna pull my shoulders back, I'm gonna lift my sternum and slightly lift my gaze, taking the spine in a bit of extension. So I'm thinking about lifting and opening my heart up. And I'm lifting my gaze, not taking my head all the way back. It's almost as if someone is standing behind me and supporting the nape of my neck and the base of my skull. Good. Pulling my belly in and up because I want not just my arms to lift me up, I want my abdominals and back muscles to lift me up. Now I'm going to lift my arms up again, take a deep breath in, and then exhale as I round my spine forward. I pull my abdominals back. And now I sit up nice and tall. Lower your arms down. Okay. I have one more exercise in the Pilates section for you, and it's with this exercise band again. This is a foot ankle strengthener. I wanted to include this exercise because it's good to strengthen your feet and your ankles, but also from a Chinese medicine standpoint, we are going to do an exercise in the Qigong section where we lift off the heels and we pour energy into the feet, into that kidney 1 point. So I'm going to bend my right knee, and I'm going to place my right foot in towards the inside of my right knee, right. And then I'm going to take my band, and I'm going to place it on my foot, on the ball of my foot, and I'm going to sit as tall as I can, and I'm going to hold on to the band with one end in each hand. And my foot is flexed. I'm in dorsiflexion, so that's stretching my calf muscles. And then I'm going to work through the sole of my foot, and I'm going to point my foot, and now I'm in plantar flexion. And then you're going to slowly pull the toes back, then the ball of your foot, and then reach through your heel. All right, let's do that again. So I'm going to work through the foot, from the base of the foot, all the way up through the ball of the foot, and then lastly your toes. And then slowly take it back. So that happens sometimes. Sometimes the band will roll up on you. What you can do is take it a little bit higher so it's on the ball of the foot, but you get a little bit of the toes in too. Let's try that again. Take a deep breath and exhale, working through the foot. And slowly pull the toes back, then the ball of your foot, and then reach through your heel. Let's try that twice more. And then as you slowly start to pull the toes back and the ball of the foot, you're resisting the pull of the band. Let's do this one more time on this side. Okay, let's go to the other foot. So, make sure that your band is secure on your foot. You bend the opposite leg. Sit as tall as you can. Flex your foot. Deep breath. And then breathe out, working through your foot. And then slowly pull the toes back, ball the foot. Now reach through the heel. We'll do this 4 more times. So this is a great exercise to do if you have weak feet and ankles. I did this exercise a lot when I sprained my ankle. I've sprained my ankle a few times in my life. Sometimes when you're walking, you roll outward and you put stress on the tendons and ligaments and joints. I think we have one more left. Let's start our Qigong practice by connecting to the breath. So let's place the hands on the lower belly, one palm on top of the other, just below your navel, and just take a few deep breaths here. So you're going to take a deep breath in through your nose, and as you do so, feel your abdomen expand like a balloon. And then exhale out through your nose, and feel your abdomen soften. Again. So we're breathing in and out through the nose because it's a more tonifying breath. We want to tonify, meaning draw more energy into the body. And breathing in and out through the nose is a breathing technique that best accomplishes that. Let's do this twice more. And one more breath in. And breathing out. Okay, so we felt a lot of movement in the abdomen in that exercise. We'd start off with breathing deeply into the belly because this is the center of our body. This is where we hold our strength and our power. I also want to share another breathing exercise with you that focuses more on the kidneys, but still part of the center of the body. The kidneys are related to our life force energy. It's our energetic battery for the body. It is, kidneys hold our essence. So place the palms of your hands on the lower back. Okay, I'm going to stand sideways so that you can see me in profile too. I have my knees soft and I tuck my tailbone under ever so slightly so that my lower back is slightly round. I'm going to take a deep breath in, and as I breathe in, think about breathing into your hands. And breathe out. So as you inhale, try to breathe into the hands, into your lower back, into your kidneys. And sometimes if I engage my abdominals just ever so slightly, that allows me to feel the movement in my lower back just a little bit more. And with each breath, we are pouring fresh energy into the kidneys. In Chinese medicine, they say that the lungs are the commanders of qi, and they draw the energy from the air around us into the body. But it's the kidneys that grasp the qi and pull it down into the lower part of the body, into our reservoir of energy. Good, and relax. So if it was difficult for you to have your hands like this behind you, you can also feel free to place the backs of your hands there. I know for some people you have limited mobility in your shoulders, so that is an option for you, okay? So let's review just a few of the exercises that we did last week, the last time we were together. The first one was monkey washes the fruit. So I stand with my legs about shoulder width apart. My arms are down in front of me. My fingers are spread and the palms are facing down. And I just shake my hands and my arms, washing the fruit. And then I stop shaking and I slowly lift my arms to the front of my body. And as I lift my arms to the front of my body, I lift my heels a few inches off of the ground. My arms are only going to lift to the height of my shoulders. I'm going to relax my shoulders. And I'm just going to turn my head to the right. And then I'll turn my head to face forward again. And I slowly float the arms down as well as my heels. And then I shake, shake, shake. I wash the fruit. Just breathing deeply. And then I slowly lift my arms up. I take a deep breath in. And then breathing out, finding that natural breath, looking to the left, looking forward, and slowly float the arms down. Now, if you like, when we turn the head, this time you can add the monkey sounds that we did before. Remember, ooh, ooh, ah, 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 ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ah. Okay, feel free to do that. And if you don't feel comfortable making the noises, you can just move the muscles of your face, right? So I wash the fruit. And then I float the arms up, turning the head. Ooh, ah, 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 ooh, ah, 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 ah. And then I float the arms down. Again. And then I lift the arms up. Ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah. And then I float the arms down. I crack myself up when I make those sounds. Oh, hopefully this makes you laugh and inspires a little bit of silliness and playfulness in you, okay? So now let's move on to monkey picks the fruit. So I shift my weight over to the right. I take my left leg slightly behind me. I still have most of my weight in my front leg and a little bit of weight in my back leg just to balance. I take this arm out to the side and I reach my left arm around to my right and I pick the fruit. So I make this pinching gesture with the hands and I pick the fruit. And then I come back to center and I lower the arm down. I shift my weight over. I take the leg back and the arm across and I pick the fruit. Good. And then I shift. Good. So you can also pick the fruit at other levels. So you can go down if you'd like, picking fruit off one of the lower branches of the tree or the bush. Or you can pick up off of one of the higher branches of the tree. So just a nice, easy breath. So as you go from side to side, just choose where you want to pick your fruit. I've heard that certain monkeys eat lots of fruit, so much fruit that it's not necessary for them to drink water. They get all of their fluids from the fruits that they eat. So we're picking fruit. Last time. And down. Okay. So the next exercise we're going to do is called monkey jumping and turning. So for this exercise, we are going to use this gesture again, this picking fruit, like so. But we're just going to shift our weight and jump from side to side. Slight jumps, nothing too big. So from here, I start with my legs close together. I'm going to jump forward and to the side to the right. And as I do so, I have most of my weight in my right leg and a little bit of weight in the toes. I've heard it referred to as this leg where you have a lot of weight in is called a full leg, and the leg that you don't have much weight in is called an empty leg, okay? And then from here, we're going to make this gesture. So we have picking the fruit. So the side that you're jumping towards, the arm is always perpendicular to the floor, and then the side that holds the empty leg, the arm is parallel or horizontal to the floor, I should say. Good. And then from here, we're going to jump to the other side. Right? And then we do this gesture, so here and here. All right? And then we step back. And the arms float down. Let's do that again, but this time we're going to go to the left first. So we're going to go to the left, and then to the right. And then arms come down, we step back. Let's do it again, but now let's go to the right, and the left. And stepping back. Again, but now we'll go to the left. So left and right. And step back. We can add another element to this. And guess what that element is? We can add the sounds again, the ooh, ah, 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 if you'd like. Or you can not use the sounds, but just move the muscles of your face and blink your eyes like monkeys do. So the choice is yours. I'm going to use sound, okay? So here we go, starting to the right. So I go, ooh, ah, ah, ah. Good, and we go to the other side. Ooh, ah, 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 ah. Good. And stepping back. Let's do it again, but let's go to this side first. So I'm just going to make the faces now and the eyes. Good. Another side. Good. And back. And now let's go to the right. Ooh, ah, ah, ah. Ooh, ah, ah, ah. And float your arms down.